excited for another crack at the Kings?
Yeah, I mean, these are competitive games now coming down the stretch. Like to see how the team plays in this environment. Kings are on a bit of a roll, so it's a good test for us.
What did you learn in terms of what adjustments you need to make after the last game?
Yeah, I just say our resolve. I think when we got a little frustrated, they didn't, and when we got frustrated, we give them a break. We had a couple of 2-on-1s. I think that's really the difference. So if things don't go your way, you just can't. We talked about it. You can't just push your chips in, and lose yourself or you lose your system because something doesn't go right. So I think the last game against Anaheim maybe helps us a little bit that we can play a 2-1 hockey game and just grind it out. Sometimes you have to do that in today's game.
When they're dictating the pace of play and putting you in that position where you do get frustrated, is that just a mental thing that you've got to have the guys leaning on each other to get out of it?
Yeah, I don't even think it's pace of play. I don't think it was like when we played them, it wasn't the pace. It was more they were just comfortable playing that style, and we weren't. And then really, when it comes down to it, there's a lot of opportunities where it's 50-50 puck battles, and they came up more with puck battles. So you can diagram all you want, but if you don't win puck battles, it doesn't matter what system you play. So I think you're looking for a spirited, gritty performance from our team tonight.
Quinn said after the Anaheim game that he talked about redeeming themselves against LA. Do you like the guys are thinking about what happened?
Yes, as a team, 100%. But even as an individual, if you didn't like your game, do something about it. I like that when guys are, listen, being a good hockey player is self-evaluation of your game and how do you become better. So I think a lot of guys in that LA game weren't happy with their play, whether it was, the battle or being in the wrong spot or just not being engaged. I think getting back to your game as quick as possible is a good thing.
All those years you played, I know you know what it's like as a player to be in deadline week.
Yeah.
Can it be a distraction that bothers some guys more than others?
Yeah, I think that's what it's about. It's to each his own. Like, it's hard to explain. Some guys it doesn't bother. Some guys, it takes them a couple of weeks, even before they start thinking about it. It's in their head, even if you read something about it. So, yeah, I've been on teams where 3 or 4 guys, you can tell it affects them, it affects their play. So, but I think, like Crosby said it the other night, he said, it's the same thing every game. It doesn't really matter. It is what it is, and you just try to play through it. So it's the same thing with us. I haven't really heard much in that dressing room people talk about it, so maybe hopefully it doesn't bother any guys.
This is a challenging stretch coming up the next 4 games against some of the top teams in the West. Do you want your players looking at these games as measuring stick type contests, or do you want them to just kind of treat them like any other game?
I don't know if it's a measuring stick. I think it's more we want to play to get to our game. I'm a 90% worried about us, 10% the other team. Yeah, the other 10%, you got to strategize. This team does this team does that. But when it comes to it, we have to have our game in shape. Whether you play LA, Winnipeg, Vegas, all good teams, all very structured, got great players, have had success. So whether it's a measuring stick against the team or yourself, you just got to be able to show resolve against these teams and not get frustrated.
Will Susie draw in and will Demko start?
Yeah, exactly. Those are the 2 changes.
Did you talk to Travis?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Talked to him yesterday. So, yeah.
I think Nils Höglander is so funny. He doesn't mean to be, but he cracks us up. He's so funny.
I think you have bit all
Generational talent. Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.